Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. It is the weekend and I have quite a few different meals that I want to make this weekend. So when I planned out my meals in the other vlog and went to the grocery store, did the whole grocery haul, we had hot dogs that night. So hot dogs is done for right now. If we want hot dogs again, it's something that I bought as an extra because the hot dogs were free and the buns were buy two and save 60 cents. So for tonight's meal, I'm making stuffed peppers. And the way that I'm making these stuffed peppers is very simple and easy. I need to eventually pull out the peppers because I have them in the refrigerator. But the stuffed peppers are going to be Halloween style. So they're going to be like pumpkins. I got all orange. And I'm going to stuff them with the meat, the jasmine rice, some black beans, and of course some cheese. And then of course, like, you know, some seasonings here and there. Tomorrow for dinner, everybody will just make like their own little pizza, whether it be in the shape of a pumpkin, whether it be in the shape of a ghost. We're gonna try this out, y'all, but we're gonna have a really good weekend while we're at it. And Sunday I'm gonna do a Copycat broccoli cheddar soup. So if you're interested in any of those things that you just heard, stay tuned. Alright, so the crazy thing about it is for these stuffed peppers, I was supposed to pull out the hamburger meat. Y'all, I got like a thing of hamburger meat that will allow me to make like 3 different meals with. I just totally forgot to take it out because I just was trying to get out of here and go to work this morning. Y'all know it's Friday. You're trying to get through the rest of your week, get it over and done with. So I forgot. So what I had to do was ask Chuck to get some hamburger meat and some garlic bread because some good old stuffed peppers goes good with some garlic bread. So we're gonna do just that. Anyways, what I need to get ready to do is make sure all the laundry is done from yesterday. But basically there are things that have to be done now, and those things that have to be done now include vacuuming, putting clothes away, making sure dishes are done, and to unload my bag from work for the day. So let me show y'all my outfit because so today's outfit, I decided to do the pumpkins. This is just a pumpkin like cardigan or whatever. Has no pockets, but I love it. And then I decided to wear my Sanderson shirt. So I did like the orange and black, and then I decided to go with like the olive green pants. It's really hard to put olive green outfits together unless you have a shirt with olive green. But with fall, I decided to do the olive green pants, which definitely does not look bad. And then I have like my Hocus Pocus Crocs, which got so many compliments on. So if I'm gonna do the Hocus Pocus Crocs, I decided to go with the earrings. I decided to go with the shirt talking about Hocus Pocus, and then just some pumpkins for the fall. But anyways, I felt comfortable. I felt good about it. So it is what it is. I'm gonna get ready to get like myself all the way together. So I have a couple pieces of ice in my Owala, but I need my ice filled back up, and I need some more cold water. So that's what I want to do first, and then to unpack my bag, vacuum this carpet. And y'all, I had to throw the laundry out here. There was like, it was just nothing I could do. And of course, like I said, my house just needs my attention. Alright, y'all, so I've done all the necessary things that I need to do. Got laundry started to finish that up, which is just the kids' laundry. Dishes put away but also washed. And I've also went ahead and like just prepared myself for whenever the laundry is ready to go into the dryer. Not only do I need to do those things, as y'all can see, my hair has been curly all week. It needs to be washed because I put olive oil gel in it this morning to kind of slick down the front. But y'all, the back is a bird's nest again. So what I want to do is wash it later, brush it out, braid it up for the weekend. And that way Sunday I can just straighten it. Now there's a bunch of clothes that need to be put away. I don't want to start putting anything away until I have piles of where it needs to go, and then of course to have all of the other clothes done as well. So I want to make sure that none of these ones that I'm washing are mine. It is really strictly just the kids, but like I said, I got to make sure that they're not mine. But I've already started a pile right here that I need to get ready to take on to the and throw on the bed and start folding. So I'll be able to sit down eventually and watch whatever it is I would like to watch soon. Alright, I got my pan ready. I'm ready. Yes, y'all, I'm ready to get dinner started. It's 5 o'clock. He should be here within the next 10 to 15 minutes. Got all of my dishes washed, all of my clothes folded, except for the ones that are like needing to come out of the dryer. So I have about 3 loads that I'm gonna have to bust down when they do come out. Meanwhile, I did go ahead and get everything ready for dinner. And I was putting stuff away in Sky's room because the fall stuff that I had out, I never put back. And of course, I gotta deal with listening to my neighbor's music. So I gotta put these containers back of fall stuff that I didn't want to use, and then Christmas stuff that needs to be put towards the front. But I want her to be able to have her whole room and not have my stuff in there because it's been out for like the last 2 weeks. Y'all, while I'm cleaning out Sky's closet so I can put that fall stuff back in, and I just found a notebook from last year where I started writing recipes down. This literally has a pumpkin cookie recipe and only uses 2.5 cups of flour, 1 egg, and half a cup of... Y'all, I'm gonna try it. Alright, so this is the part where we're going to make the stuffed peppers Halloween style. I'm going ahead and browning my meat, and then what I'm going to end up doing is allowing that to drain. So what I'm allowing it to do is set for 20 minutes while the peppers go into the oven for 20 minutes on 425. This is going to roast them. I'm going ahead and doing other things while I let the baking soda and salt sit on the meat for 20 minutes. I am designing my stuffed peppers the way that I would like to, so different faces can be on these, and they also can be cut differently as far as the top. When you cut the top, you just want to make sure that you get all of the insides out, like the seeds and then the white pieces, because what's going down in here is the meat and a couple other things that you guys will see here. So now that I've cut faces out, they're ready to go onto the pan in olive oil to be roasted at 425 for 20 minutes. Once they're roasted, that's when we'll start with all the rest of the remaining things. Meanwhile, I need to cut up and dice 1 yellow onion, and I'm gonna get ready to saute that in some olive oil on the pan on the stove. Meanwhile, I wanna make sure I have my seasonings ready and yeah, just ready to go. So I have salt, pepper, Italian seasoning, cumin, chili powder, and garlic powder. These are the seasonings that we're going to use to put in with the meat once our meat has been added to the pan of the diced yellow onions. And then we're going to go in with 3 teaspoons of minced garlic. Once the peppers have been roasted, they'll look a little squishy, kind of like what you just seen. And then I'm going in with that olive oil because I'm going to get started on the onion, adding in that ground beef, the minced garlic, and all of our seasonings. Once I do that, I then am going to remove the fat from the pan, but I'm also taking it as a great excuse to make some garlic bread. So I'm throwing that in the oven for about 5 to 6 minutes. Meanwhile, we're going back to adding in that meat. Once I add in the meat, I'm gonna let it brown up a little bit with that minced garlic and then toss in those seasonings. So for the seasonings, you can either choose to do half a teaspoon or you can go ahead and do a whole teaspoon. The one thing that I think is that it's going to turn out great either way. I did end up using 1 teaspoon of each of those, and you definitely can tell that it was well seasoned. Not over seasoned, but well seasoned. Next, I'm going in with 1 jar of tomato sauce after I have removed the fat from the ground beef. And I'm also going to be adding in black beans and some jasmine rice along with some shredded cheese. Now, my pan should have been a little bit bigger, but that is a-okay. I just didn't want to dirty up another pan. So I tried to get everything smushed up in here, as you guys can see, so that I can use this to be put into the stuffed peppers. So I added in some orange cheese for this and then just filled them up. And I'm also going to put more cheese on the top. Once you fill them, top them with cheese and just cook them a little longer. I would say maybe like 10 to 15 minutes because they already are roasted and your mixture is already nice and hot. So I'm taking a quick peek at the stuffed peppers so far, and once they were done, I knew exactly when to pull them out of the oven. They do tend to be a little squishy, so I definitely would use tongs when you are transferring it to something else. The pumpkins turned out really, really good, and I was really glad that they were nice and squishy and that it turned out well for dinner. I'm gonna get ready to wash my hair. Today I'm using BioTerra conditioner and some curl shampoo. As I told you guys, the hair is a bird's nest, as you guys can see, and it's time to wash all the tangles out. Alright y'all, so dinner's done, hair's washed. I just gotta braid it up, put some good stuff in it and detangle it, and wash these dishes from dinner. Hey y'all, and happy Saturday. I'm up at 7:30. Sky came in and woke us up. And of course I went to bed with a headache, woke up with the headache, so it's going away now that I've taken something. But anyways, I have 2 free tickets to the game today, but I feel like I'm not gonna go just because this was one of those weekends where my grandmother didn't get Cam, and if I don't have a 3rd ticket I feel bad. So it is what it is. I washed my hair last night, braided it like I said I was gonna do. Yay. And I didn't even have to put rubber bands on. But anyways, I'm up editing 1 video and then getting ready to try and fix some breakfast. So for the kids, you know, from when I got the food the other day, the last, you know, until Tuesday, I got the kids 3 boxes of cereal. 3 boxes, y'all. So their choices this morning are Cinnamon Toast Crunch. They could have Halloween Fruity Pebbles, and then they got Captain Crunch with the berries. So that's their options this morning. Then again, they still got like all the little mini cereals from Sam's Club out the box, which is honestly like a really good deal. So I need to go back and get more of those. So anyways, as far as myself and Chuck, I bought the burritos for us, and then we'll just have like a cup of coffee with it. But I'm gonna wait on him to get out the shower, that way his coffee and burrito are not cold and he can fix it himself. immediately after I get some breakfast in, I want to go ahead and make today's meal because it needs to go in the crock pot for about 4 hours. So I'm going to be making a Copycat Panera broccoli cheddar soup. There's very minimal to this recipe of things that you're going to need. So 2 bags of broccoli, 2 cups of shredded carrots, 1 cup of diced white onion. You're going to need salt and pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. You're going to need 4 cups of chicken broth, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, and you're going to need 1 cup of heavy cream, and then 16 ounces of sliced Velveeta cheese. So for this recipe, it's very easy because everything's being added at the beginning, and there's only 2 things that need to be added after the 4 hours is up. So I'm going in with 2 bags of broccoli, and then I'm adding in 2 cups of shredded carrots. The shredded carrots can easily just be sprinkled everywhere, and then I'm going in once I get the liquid in and giving everything a good mix. So you have your onions. I'm going ahead and slicing up all of this onion because there is another recipe for tomorrow that I would like to share with you guys here in this video. So I cut it in half because I only need half for this and then half for the other recipe. Onions have been tearing my eyes up lately, but I have been enjoying having onions in these recipes. I can honestly say I'm not the type to measure out anything without using measuring cups because I'm just not that confident with it, and I want to make sure that I measure the correct amount. So half of a white onion was enough for 1 cup, and I just sprinkled it over top. Next, I'm going in with some salt and pepper, and then that onion powder and garlic powder. I did sprinkle some at the beginning, and then I will sprinkle some again at the end just once I have all the liquids added in, because I know that I want it to be good. So next, what I need to do is adding 3 cups of chicken broth, which is clearly 3/4 of the box of chicken broth, but you don't know that unless you're measuring, because I also need to save the last cup to mix up with 1/4 cup of cornstarch. You're going to stir that up really, really well, and you'll add it to the crock pot, and then you'll mix everything up all in there together as well. So next, what's going to end up happening is just that I'm going to end up letting it cook on high for 4 hours. And I did come and give it a stir every now and then just to make sure that everything was cooking. And it was amazing to see the broccoli break down the way it did, as well as the carrots. They were nice and soft. The broccoli was soft. It was almost like as if I had a bunch of crumbs from the broccoli instead of it being on the stems like it was here in this part of the video. After the 4 hours has went up, I'm adding in a 16-ounce Velveeta cheese pack. I did go ahead and cut it up into like little sections and then put it on a plate and then put it into the refrigerator until the time was up. Now, the only thing that I can say is that this honestly went by so fast. Meanwhile, I'm trying out this Trader Joe's Honeycrisp apple cinnamon yogurt along with the Honeycrisp apple granola and watching Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire. It's honestly really good. It's just that you taste more cinnamon than anything else, but the granola with it was really good.
Customize your channel lineup or watch for free. Sling lets you do that.
Now that the time has passed and it's really time to go ahead and add in that last 2 ingredients to this, we're only going to put the last 2 ingredients in and let it cook for 20 more minutes, and then everything should be ready to go. So I'm adding in 1 cup of heavy cream, and then I'm adding in those slices of Velveeta cheese. Now, I added the whole thing because that's what it called for, gave it a good stir, allowed it to sit for 20 more minutes, and let me just say, it was very tender and it tasted delicious. The only thing I would say is that this is great to heat up for the next couple of days. So if this is something that you want to make and then put it to the side, you can do just that. Because of the simple fact that you can heat this up the next couple of days, it's really good. So I went in and put a pizza in and made some chocolate chip cookies, just because I know that the kids probably weren't going to be interested in the broccoli cheddar soup. Alright, y'all, so we're gonna have a quick movie night back here. We're going to the Halloween collection, so Sky, click on watch list. So the guys are out there watching wrestling, and we're gonna watch Hocus Pocus, the original one, at our own volume, because I can't outbeat the wrestling. I want you to push play. Wait, you gotta go over to restart. Alright, so I ain't gonna get in the shower yet because we got the AC rolling, but
She tried to do it, her baby.
I'm gonna lay back here with my baby.
Oh yeah, I did have a toenail.
Yeah, she did my toenails. I have to show you guys. Oh yeah, she did my she did my toenails. But yeah, we're gonna get ready to, oh, my nails are not done, but hers are. But we're gonna get ready to watch Hocus Pocus. And
My mom's favorite show of the year.
it's my favorite movie of the year.
Dad, be quiet!
Is it that real? I couldn't take it, but y'all, I got a candle going. My favorite candle so far. It's
Which
the
one is
Ashland. It's the Ashland brand from Michael. This one is pumpkin pie. Oh my god, it smells so good.
That one smells good.
Yeah, you can't really smell it, you know, because it's actually like lit.
Red.
Now this is my part right here. Hey y'all, happy Sunday. I had to head out. Not only because the other day when I did the grocery haul, I picked up pork sausage instead of Italian sausage. It just wasn't, my mind just wasn't there. So I'm heading to Food Line really quickly because I have to get dish soap. I also have to get the Italian sausage. I'm also just gonna pick up some ground beef. I think there was like one more thing on my list that I needed. I'm also gonna run to Dunkin' because y'all, I need iced coffee. I really do. So the plan for today is for me to go get these items, come back, and then basically make some breakfast. So I have to do Skylar's hair today because it hasn't been done since before the day of picture day, which is great because I'm glad that it lasted that long. And then I have some clothes I still need to put away. Your girl is just slacking lately with putting the clothes away. I'm here at Food Line and let me get ready to go in. And of course I also got my 2 French vanilla. Now y'all know Sunday is the Lord's Day. They ain't got no good gospel music playing right now. You know, not no gospel music that I know of. So Your girl Coco Jones is about to come on. About to come on. I'll tell y'all what, before I get in this house, I will do some praise and worship for sure. Cause ain't nothing wrong with a little CC Winans. Oh, I sing of the goodness of God. Yes. With it. Alright, y'all, for our last and final recipe for this weekend is the lasagna soup. So in a pan, I'm going to go in and add some diced onion and garlic and olive oil. So next, I'm adding in half of the ground beef and then half of the Italian sausage. This is just something that needs to be browned a little bit, and then you can start adding in your seasoning. So I'm adding in 1 teaspoon of salt, pepper, Italian seasoning, oregano, and red pepper flakes. And honestly, I didn't even use it all. I literally did half of this because I felt like it would have been way too salty or way too spicy. And so I added that in once my meat was grounded. Next, I just added in like basically 1 teaspoon of tomato paste. And then I'm going in and adding in 4 cups of chicken broth. Now, this is going to use up the whole container, so don't even worry about measuring it out. And then I let that sit and get bubbly a little bit. Added in a 24-ounce pasta sauce jar. And then I just started to mix that up and allow it to come to a boil. What I need to do is get some lasagna noodles, and I'm gonna go for a 1 pound box of lasagna noodles, but I'm only gonna use half of the lasagna noodles. And I'm gonna break it up into pieces and then add that into our soup so far. Allow this to start to boil, and then you can add in your 1 cup of heavy cream, and then you're just gonna add in some extra basil. So you're gonna let that cook for about 30 minutes, and then after that, we can get ready to add in 1 cup of Parmesan cheese and 1 cup of mozzarella cheese.